Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to Tuesday Nights Live on the Car Shipping Business Channel. You know, every Tuesday night, mic check 1, 2, 3. My goal on Tuesdays is to bring another trade show level presentation and panel discussion to you, wherever you are, and bring new information about the auto transport industry. In 2018, I started with load boards, with top 5 car hauling load boards. It was an overview of the companies, the technologies, and what carriers could expect. In 2019, I updated that list to top 12 car hauling load boards. And on top of that, I gave a 1-hour presentation, Auto Transport Software Update Q4 2019. It was approximately 40 websites containing 4 primary transport technologies: CRM, mobile apps, load boards, and TMS. Now it's 2021, and so much happened last year. So it's time for a bigger, more macro update. The Auto Transport 21. 21 of the most innovative companies driving change in auto transport. This is a trade show level presentation, but it's happening here on Auto Transport Intel on Tuesday Nights Live. So please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, because it's Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. Thank you so much for joining me again on a Tuesday Nights Live. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, I want you to feel welcome. Here, let's do this. You know what? I think yep, pretend you didn't see that. I get so busy with prep. You know, this show kept me so busy that it's going to be an interesting experiment. And also, do me a favor, mic check 1, 2, 3. Let me know. I was checking the audio. I think the audio is okay, but it seems a little loud. Is it warm in here, or is it just me? Hey, I want you to feel welcome to the show. Please do feel welcome. This is Auto Transport Intel. It's Tuesday Nights Live, and I want you to say hello in the live chat, because what's going to happen here in a couple minutes, I'm going to go into the live chat. I'm going to say hello, and I want to know, you know, where are you? You have a company, product, or service to promote. Share your URL, email, phone number. Tell us more about you. What are you looking for? What can we help you with? And what can somebody in the audience help you with? So please do say hello. We're going to go into the live chat. At the quarter hour, we have industry news. We always have industry news, national news, social media news, front of the store, back of the store, what's being talked about, ties in Clubhouse. We got auto transport tech, car shipping trends. So we're going to go into the news. And then, as if I didn't do enough talking, then I'm going to do the Auto Transport 21 car shipping industry and market analysis. Now, this could be controversial, but I want you to feel free to jump in the live chat and, you know, let me know what's on your mind. What am I missing? And, you know, and I probably will just focus on the presentation itself. It's really a lot. It's a lot, and so if you need a snack in between, I understand. If you can come back, that's why you definitely want to catch the podcast. But at the end of that presentation, we're going to go ahead and have another industry panel, the Auto Transport 21 panel, and we've got a special guest this time. You saw that name, Scott Kolb. Scott Kolb is going to be with us tonight. He's never been on Auto Transport Intel before, so I want you to feel free to give him a warm welcome. Also, Paul Machine with Black Book, Jason Hawk with Black Widow, Joel Hawk with Pogue Chevrolet, and Ty Thompson, Cars on the Move. It's going to be a pretty incredible panel discussion after a long presentation. You're in for a lot. So really, I mean, get comfortable. And by the way, let me just say this. Do me a favor. Go ahead. You see that share button below the video. Click share. Click copy. Grab that YouTube link. Text it. Email it. Share it on social media. This is the Auto Transport 21. This is a singular event. Of course, it'll be watched on demand, but joining us live has that special energy. And if you know somebody that is getting into, either they're going to be a carrier, a broker, they're a dealer trying to improve their transport, they work at an auction, and they want to know more about transporters, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. Become an ATI insider, and you can talk to Ty, get on the email blast, maybe join us for a car shipping roundtable. And I don't think we have another roundtable this month, so you've got time. You can go back and watch some of the other roundtables. I'm eating up too much time. I got to get to the presentation. Do me a favor, stick around. We're going to be right back. That is Holly Loadboard by United Road. Visit holly.com, get signed up. And also, United Road was recently on the show. They recently launched NVTA. They have a sister company. You want to visit gonvta.org. And this is a knowledge base. This is to be helpful for small and mid-sized carriers that want to reduce costs, increase knowledge, and this is a community effort to help grow the community. So go ahead and check that out. It is now time to go into the live chat and say hello. That is the current live chat on the screen, but I gotta back it up, and that's cool. So Ty was in here first. What's going on, Ty? What's happening in 2021? Oh man. Wow. That's a really good question. And we're going to hopefully, I don't know if we're going to answer that. We're going to try. Silver Mint is in here. Ty Silver Mint says the big squeeze if you're overweight. Joel Hawk is in the live chat. Thanks for saying hello. Joel and Eddie, of course. VDT, shout out to Mannheim, Omaha. First load out there. Nice people and easy loading. Like to hear that. I know Ty loves to hear about auctions that are helpful to transporters. Something we appreciate that. We want to hear that as much as possible. So then, yes, big squeeze is incoming. Kimberly is here. My lips are dry. I'm running out of. I got a long shot. Tell you what, I should probably go ahead and just prepare. Get my ELD punch going. Wow, look at that. Ty's already ringing them. Thank you so much, Ty, my man. My buddy, and he's going to be in the live panel tonight, throwing up the super chat, participating, supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And as Ty and I like to talk about, we talk about what is participating and supporting Auto Transport Intel. It's advertising and content. And we don't, like our content, we don't just put out some videos and then move on to the next, news of the day, who went bankrupt. No. This is about networking, building business, and growing. And then when we talk to other folks, recommending, hey, you should talk to, I just talked to this guy. You should talk to him, see if he can help you with your business. So thank you, Ty. That's what we do. We network and grow on Auto Transport Intel, and I thank you so much for being a part of it. We have a special guest in the live chat. Ken Eaton. Wow, man. What is up, Ken? Dude, in the live chat? Really? Wow, that is so cool. It's not often that we can say hello to an old friend during a live stream, but here it is. Ken, what is going up, man? Thank you so much for saying hello. Wow. Super Dispatch is here. Jay is usually not this secretive. I'm excited to see what's in store tonight. Yeah, true, but I have to somehow stoke the flames. It is really interesting. So I'm glad you're here, Super Dispatch. Thanks for saying hello in the live chat. Finest Towing and Recovery, good evening. What's going on? 95 heading north, leaving sunny Florida, headed back to New Jersey. Well, hopefully it's sunny when you get there too. Chris Chamberlain, hey everyone, ready for another awesome week filled with hauling information. What's up, Chris? Thank you for saying hello. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Scott Kolb says hello in the live chat. Scott is here with us. Carlos Braxton is with us in the live chat. What's up, Carlos? ACB Logistics, part of the core. Mark Grodicke is here. SuperFlo Systems is in the house. What's going on, Mark? Part of the core. And Chris Chamberlain also ringing it. You see it? You see that? Thank you so much, Chris. I really do appreciate it. And Chris has been on the car shipping roundtables. What a great way to draw attention and, again, add support and participate in the live chat and the channel. Thank you so much, Chris. Really means a lot. And that does get me excited. I love seeing the super chats, and I do appreciate it. It's been a crazy the last 48 hours. I've been working on this thing. This right here. Here's a hard copy. Oh, you can't see the 21 yet. This is a hard copy. I've been working like crazy on this thing. Wow. Okay. Vestaga, did you hear Washington governor signed into effect? Only electric new cars can be sold. Wow. Yeah, man. The EV thing is happening, dude. Ron Sestak, what's up? Ron Six-Pack Trucking. Cool. Very cool. Umit Sahin, what's going on? Umit Sahin. And Bart Landon's Auto Transport in the house. Lloyd Vanover, hey, hello everyone. VDT is Vandola Trucking. I'm an Aquarius. I like long walks on the beach. That is fantastic. Thank you for, do that. I want to know what sign you are. Okay. BM says good evening. What's up, BM? Sophia Dukes is here. What else we got going on? Let's see here. Nick Medor, what's going on, Nick? MVS Canada. Florida Cars Transport. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and saying hello. And we're all settling in. Yep. Oh, it's 8:13. That's perfect. Okay, so Vistaga. So the Washington State Legislature. Washington State. Thank you. Has passed the Clean Cars 2030 bill, which will require that by 2030, all new light-duty vehicles sold or registered in the state be electric, with the exception of, is that EME? So I think I had that on Industry News, I think just a couple weeks ago. You've got Washington and Oregon are almost more progressive than California, although on the Pacific, probably not a big surprise. And then there's a few other states, but yeah, and really, up until recently, that was more of a European news story. I don't share a whole lot of global news. I try to keep it to North America, U.S., and mostly used and mostly small to mid-size carriers is what we focus on, and connecting dealers, auctions, and carriers. That's on Fridays. But that is very interesting, and you can't get away from EV, and we're working on putting together a show about EV battery weights. That should be really interesting. Putting the shows together is a lot of work, which is another reason why I love to ring the cowbell whenever I can. I sure do appreciate it. Sherry Lou says hello, everyone. Herv King says hello, everyone. That's wonderful. That really is wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning in, saying hello, joining us on Tuesday nights live. And we're live, so anything can happen. Again, you said the levels are good. They look a little high. Are they high? Are we okay? Okay, we're good. Paul Machine says, hola, amigos. All right, here we go. It is now 8:15. It is time to go into, we've got Industry News is up next. Stick around. We're going to be right back.
SuperFlo Systems is excited to introduce DispatchCenter.com. a full-service load board for brokers, shippers, carriers, and drivers, featuring integrations with Truckify mobile app and iTruckPay. Use Route Scout technology to build your routes. Maximize truck capacity. Stay loaded at the highest available revenue with the least amount of driving miles. Tell us your lanes. Loadification will alert you to new loads posting in your route. Views instant load notifications sent with Book Now features. Search and book loads directly through the Truckify mobile app. Brokers and shippers, post your loads to Dispatch Center. Give authorized carriers the opportunity to instantly book your loads. Dispatch Center powers the Truckify mobile app, allowing instant load assignment to the driver. Truckify will send inspection reports, geo-located pickup and delivery photos, BOLs, and invoices back to the broker. Brokers, shippers, carriers, and drivers, Dispatch Center, and Truckify have what you need to be more profitable every day.
That is SuperFlo Systems end-to-end software in auto transport, from CRM to managing you manage your leads in the CRM, post them on the load board, send them over to the TMS, send them over to the driver's mobile app, and then when it's time to get paid, use iTruckPay. Mark is in the live chat, and actually, he's posting Super Chat too. Thank you so much, Mark. Really appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do. The contact info for Mark is in the live chat, superflowsystems.com, dispatchcenter.com. Go get signed up. Send him an email, and he's here in the live chat. If you have a question, you can ask him a question. Also, I want to say this. I saw a couple good, yes, Paul. We did talk about EV battery weights, but I'm talking about a panel of transportation professionals and specialists to dive into what are we going to do, what's going to happen when you have full loads of battery running SUVs on the trailer. What's that going to do to, are you going to take less? Is there something we can do with legislation? And it's an interesting topic, and one that I hope to learn more about. So yes, this would be a continuation, which is what a lot of the panels are. Chris Perkins, new to the live stream, thank you so much for joining us and saying hello. Really appreciate that. And Florida Cars looking for a transportation leads provider. Well, tell him what he's won, Ty. Now, I say that because, yes, you can look for leads, and yes, carriers can use load boards. It's kind of similar. It can be a supplement to what you do, but you do want to try to figure out how to grow a customer base. So I love the question, and let's keep moving. But I do love the question. Actually, I really do. This is the Auto Transport 21. This is show 188 in a row on a Tuesday night. And what this really is all about is that I put together a market analysis. Oh, dang it. See, I don't know how those names get blurred out. But this is going to be a long presentation about those 21 companies I've identified. It may be controversial. Some may be obvious. Some you might be like, what? But this definitely is not a list of transportation companies. This is a list of companies driving change in car shipping and new opportunities. OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, services, brokers, carriers, equipment, regulations, loads. We move around the industry as a whole. Thank you so much, John, by the way. That's John and Luann at Finest Towing and Recovery. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Really, so much. Let us know what we can do. In fact, I know that, hey, Luann, I know that you, I think you left me a voicemail earlier today. I sent you over to Ty, because Ty helps manage the network. Man, I'm telling you, I have been going crazy on this thing. Oh, wait a minute, you still can't read the company names? That's so unfair. So, we're going to focus on where services, brokers, carriers, really those types of companies in those verticals, but how they interact with OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, and loads. That's tonight. You know, we talk back of the store, front of the store, back of the store, the transport parking lot, front of the store, where the cars are sold, and around it goes, especially now with home delivery, final mile, etc. This is 2021, year of the hybrid, digital meets physical, physical meets digital. What's going on? When it's a packed house at the auto auction, and Ty's like, Ty posts on LinkedIn, this is an auto auction. This is where car dealers buy and sell cars. This is where car haulers pick up cars and drop off cars. And if you want to transport cars, ask dealers which auctions they frequent most. That's what he talks about on Clubhouse. Ty is on Clubhouse. He's Ty Transport Guy. Find him on Clubhouse. Let's talk transportation. Last Tuesday night, wow, it already seems like a while ago. Did you see that show, Women in Auto Transport? Man, that was an incredible show. I want to thank all of the women that showed up, and which was all the women I invited. And man, that was an incredible show. And then, look, I'm not even there. You know, I talk and talk and talk, but I got out of there. And they took the show. Julie did an amazing job of kind of running the program. She had a lot of interesting topics for everybody to talk about. Oh, look, there we go. And so, yeah, Julie and Catherine and Michelle and Jackie and Shayna and Rachel and Candy and Brianna and Luann and Julissa. What an amazing show. And then also, we had Sue and Jen on audio. Man, that was an amazing show. Check that out. If you missed it, Women in Auto Transport. Bravo, Women in Auto Transport. Thank you so much. There is the video. Don't forget, go to the time code below the video. You can click on time codes. As if I didn't spend enough working on the show, then after the show, it's craziness. Before the show, during the show, after the show, and around it goes. And then when I find the time, I tune into this was a Fleet Focus Bobbitt Media presentation today. Great stuff, lots of great nuggets, constant media and information going on. Also, AHA has their event going on right now, so shout out to AHA, Auto Haulers Association of America. You know, Ty and I were there. Ty, that was 2 years ago, buddy. Just 2 years ago. It kind of seems like forever. Because so much has changed. But yes, there's Auto Transport Intel in the Gulfstream room at 3:30. We went live from AHA in Atlanta. That was great. So talking about change. All right, let's do some change here in some industry news. Ford says it's done hedging bets and it announced a $185 million battery lab. Making the rounds in the press. Ford to open battery research lab and electric vehicle push, which I think is a great idea. Because honestly, I've been thinking, man, Tesla is going to keep getting so far ahead with all of their initiatives that Ford, by doing this, I think they're going to find that's going to help them keep up. May seem strange, but Automotive now in the battery business. The 200,000 square foot research center to be known as Ford Ion Park to be located in Detroit and open by the end of next year. Now, I heard there might be changes in the date for its opening, but makes a lot of sense to me. GM invests $1 billion to build EVs in Mexico. And the UAW is outraged. That's in the news. Hogue Autoliners launching the most environmentally friendly car carrier ever built. Remember I mentioned I don't do much international news, but we are never going to stop hearing about zero emissions. Remember what just happened in Washington State? Telling you, right? Can't stop it. Got to just read it and, flip the page if you don't like it. I'm going to get more gas. Go ahead and carry the gas can while you're reading about Hogue and zero emissions. Canadian experts warn of autonomous vehicles hacking risks from parts makers, assemblers, network operators, administrators, parking managers, and motorists. Auto transporters might end up on that list. I'm just saying, it gets weird. Car buyers advised to skip negotiating. Pay the sticker price. Just pay the price. Now that's funny. It's been the customer's always right. The customer's always right. But you know what? Just pay the sticker. Sorry about that. This is how you get your car shipping news. It's on Auto Transport Intel. It's on Tuesday nights live. And I do appreciate you joining me and tuning in and participating and jumping in the live chat. Really means a lot. Okay, I got everything ready. Because 5,000 carriers, 5,000 loads by June 5th. It's a 555 dispatch center, and they're on their way, and they want to thank you. Go to dispatchcenter.com. By the way, put Auto Transport Intel up on the big screen. It's not on your mobile app yet, but let's get there. In fact, dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Are you guys ready? Get your buzzers ready. When was the windshield wiper invented? Was it the 1800s? Was it the 1900s? Wasn't there a movie about that? We're going to give the answers on Thursday. On Tuesdays, it's just the questions. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2016 Dodge Charger from Boise, Idaho to Pittsburgh? Now, Larry is the Quotify llama. You see that Larry? See the TAQ Quotify? Alexa, open Quotify. Enable the skill, use Alexa, and Larry knows the price that it takes to get a car moved. You can debate it if you want to, or go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry and submit your answers to win. Here we go. What is the longest continuous road in the United States? Route 66, I-75, Route 6, or Route 20? I have a tendency to a guess, but I could be wrong. These are tough. Are you getting 5 out of 5? Dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Here we go. Okay. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2018 Toyota Yaris from Houston to Bismarck, North Dakota? Interesting. Now, I tend to take the second highest number, but I've been wrong before. I don't have the answers in front of me, so here we go. One more. Which of the following dispatch center features will search loads and automatically create the most profitable route for you? Is it the fishing pond, loadifications, route scout, or search loads? Man, that sounds awesome. Well done. That's a really good question, Mark. Go to dispatchcenter.com, log in, find out. Check it. Check your answers. Oh, you're not logged in, you're not signed up? Go to dispatchcenter.com, sign up, then log in and get the answers. Oh, BM says, Jay, you would be an awesome game show host. Well, it's good to have options. Thank you so much, BM. That's wonderful. Don't forget to go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, talk to Ty, discuss business. You don't have to pay him right away. And then get on the email blast, join our car shipping roundtable. We want to help you network, grow, and discuss what's going on in the business. And, well, while I ponder Paul's question, though I think I know the answer, it is time for some ELD punch, and while I do that, let's do this. I'll be right back.
Hey, it's Ty, transport guy, hanging out in the transport parking lot always. If you want to learn to grow your business, I think you should probably go to ATI Insider, sign up for free, don't give anybody any money. And with that, you get, I think you get a 20-minute phone call, which usually turns into a little longer than that. You get to join the roundtable, which is once a month. And at the roundtable, what we do is we get pretty detailed about how to build your business, how to connect with dealers, how to connect with auctions, how to build a lane. If you're new, if you saw a YouTube video and says, I can make $1 million in a week and I want to get into car hauling, Ty, and maybe you own a Stinger, maybe you own a little rollback. Man, how do I figure this out? Should I buy this? Should I buy that? What do I need? How do I do it? You get to make relationships with other carriers. It's kind of not a one-size-fits-all. It's here a little bit about you. Go to the ATI Insider. Get signed up. I can help you. I really can.
And thank you so much for joining us. It is 8:30. We've only been here for 30 minutes. The Auto Transport 21 is coming up soon, maybe in about 10 minutes or so. We're still in the live chat. We're going to go back in industry news. Thank you, Carlos. You got the answer. Okay, here we go. Second half. Now, Auto Transport 21. What am I talking about? You're going to find out in about 10 minutes or so. But again, it is the list of companies driving new opportunities in car shipping. Lots of things have been changing. We keep talking about home delivery. I know, home delivery, final mile. But according to Cars.com, 61% of car buyers want their newly purchased vehicle home delivered. 75% of dealers are now providing some form of home delivery option. 75%! Is that car hauling? We get the question all the time. But then you see the ads. You see the Carvana flatbed car hauler. They're in car hauling. They're now, it's not a 10 car, but it was. It was on the 10 car, now it's on the single car. Vroom talks about shows single car flatbeds. But I digress. Let's keep going. ACV talking about now they've added load board vehicle photos to their load board. What else is going on? Car Offer asking you, are you having a hard time finding used vehicle inventory? Car Offer, wholesale platform. How about America's Auto Auction? On social media, posting more information about their lanes. Used to be a magazine, now it's on social media. Metro Loads, I believe, updated their load board by ACERTUS. Central Dispatch has a new look. Have you seen that? Did you know that? Oh. And I think they've made even more changes. Dispatch Center has an updated interface. Look at that, Dispatch Center. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of specific information. CarLotz coming soon. Highland Park CarLotz is expanding. Carvana rolls into 7 more markets. Can you read that? Bang! Joyride. Joyride? Subscriptions? Uh-oh. Subscriptions are back. Decide whether you want to keep the car or switch it out for another. Drive, swap, and repeat. You know, that's it. When I first heard of subscriptions, I laughed. I thought, what are you talking about? Man, it's here. And also, I saw that in the live chat. How would you like to be making the guarantee on zero emissions? Who wants that on their paperwork? Uber will now deliver a rental car to your door and pick it up when you're done. Uber Rent with valet will be launching in DC. Wow. In May. Wow. That's like now. So I talked about the top 5 car hauling load boards. Oh, there I am. Top 5 car hauling load boards. I did that in 2018. Top 12 car hauling load boards. That was in 2019. And that's when I also did the Q4 2019 1-hour update. Load boards, driver mobile apps, TMS, and CRM. But it's time. It is now time. Good. I'm going to need those extra minutes. And, oh, pretty good stuff. Yeah. Keep it going in the live chat. Thank you so much. It's awesome. I love that. Auto Transport 21 coming. And after Auto Transport 21 in the panel, we've got Scott Kolb. It's his first time on Auto Transport Intel Tuesday Nights Live. Scott, looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, we're going to have Black Widow imaging. We got Jason Hawk from Black Widow. We also have Joel from Pogue Chevrolet. They were on Cars on the Move a couple weeks back, and they're both going to be on the show tonight. Also, Ty is in the panel tonight. It's going to be a great panel. And then on the last Friday on the Melting Block of Ice on Cars on the Move, there's Paul Machine. This is a Black Book, more Black Book inventory data, and Paul Machine is in the panel tonight. Tim couldn't make it. Tim Scoutelis of Max Digital. He's traveling. He won't be here, but he gives his regards. Auto Transport Intel does go live 4 times a week. This is the first day of the week. Tomorrow we have DOT compliance. Go ahead and join us for that. That's noon every Wednesday, where we do DOT, FMCSA, IFTA, IRP, Clearinghouse, all that stuff. You know, the big squeeze show. And we'll also talk about proper load distribution of weight on the trailer. How's that looking to you? Do you think making a sharp turn is going to be a good idea? Obviously not, because it's an interstate, but you get the point. I bet you can't stump your DOT guy, Brian, but I think you're going to try. Go ahead and try. Thank you, David. Thank you, Stump. Dispatching Live is the Thursday show at noon. Load board search advice with Sue and Jay. We go for 90 minutes looking at the load boards. And we have some, we have muggle problems. We shoot some dice. We count our money. No, seriously, we look at the load boards, and we hope, we hope we can find money on the load boards for you. Actually, right now there is money on the load boards. But just to be sure, we're going to check that on Thursday. And if the Route Scout gets dry, which it does right now because loads are fine, we talk about a lot of pro tips and dispatching principles. If you're a dispatcher, you're carrier booking your own loads, we have a lot to talk about. Cars on the Move on Fridays, dealers, auction carriers. That's where we connect and network Fridays at noon with Jay and Ty. And we have special guests. I'm not sure who's on Friday, but maybe Ty will tell us in the panel. But Black Widow, thank you so much for sharing the information. And next Tuesday night is Carrier Load Boss featuring SuperFlo, Systems, and Dispatch Center. That's going to be another great show. And I know that already tonight, Mark has teased some of that information. That's going to be great. 2 weeks from tonight, mobile app tug of war. Man, I still have, I think that show's put together, but I definitely know what it's about. It's an important topic, mobile app tug of war. We're going to do that in 2 weeks. It's the Car Shipping Business Channel, and I'm up to my eyeballs now in like shows and emails and phone calls. And if you've tried to get a hold of me, send me an email. I apologize for the delay. And I'm really staying extremely busy now. So again, thank you so much. Your super chats and contributions to the channel are much appreciated. And you can see where it's going. It's going up on the screen, and it's on demand. And thank you so much for everything you do and for saying hello. And please do. So here's what I want you to do. It's 8:38. Go ahead and stick around. I'm going to just make a couple preparations. Right after this, we're going to come back and we're going to go into the Auto Transport 21. You aren't going to want to miss it. Stick around.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verification of loads when nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0021. Or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
That is the voice of Sue, and the information's right there in the live chat. Go to murphyautotransportservices.com. There's the phone number. There's the email address. If you're looking for a dispatcher, she runs a dispatch office. She's also a fully licensed broker. Actually had a great YouTube question the other day. I haven't had a chance to answer it yet, but basically asking, how do I become a legal dispatcher? And that's because we keep talking about, well, are dispatchers illegal? I don't think so, actually. And I'm willing to debate it, but we do explore it, and that's one of the things we talk about. And so Sue runs a dispatch office, and a lot of people are looking for dispatchers. So if you're looking for a dispatcher or you want to find out, Sue, what do you think of that question? Let her know. But again, she's a fully licensed broker. Information's in the live chat. Okay. It is now time. It is 8:40. It is time for the Auto Transport 21. So I'm going to go ahead and take a second, take a breath. I think I'm ready to go. I've got my presentation material here in front of me. And feel free, again, during this, I'm not going to let the live chat distract me, hopefully. But go ahead and chime in the live chat, say hello, share your thoughts, what you think of the company on the screen as far as information. Do you have something to add? Do you have a competitor to add, etc.? Because this is Auto Transport Intel. It's an open forum, and we truly value your input. And with that, here we go. The Auto Transport 21 innovative companies driving new opportunities in car shipping, prepared by Auto Transport Intel, May 2021. With so many changes in 2020, auto transport business owners need an updated market analysis. Auto Transport Intel reports on these business changes, and with this document identifies 21 auto transport market leaders across 4 main criteria: type and size of business, market share and disruption, innovative technologies, thought leadership. The purpose of this report is to help small and mid-sized car shipping business owners better understand the marketplace and identify new opportunities in order to better compete in this rapidly changing automotive industry. At the end of each page, you will find the recommendation to developing business and seek new opportunities. There's the list. We've got ACERTUS, ACV, ARI, AutoIMS, CarGurus, CarLotz, CarMax, Carvana, ClearPath TMS, Cox Automotive, DRAIVER, Car Global, Location Services, Montway Auto Transport, One Auction View, Super Dispatch, SuperFlo Systems, Sweetie Boy Delivers, Tesla, United Road, and Vroom. We're going to go into each company individually, but before we do, I just want to mention again that on Auto Transport Intel, I look at the entire auto transport industry ecosystem: OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, services, brokers, carriers, equipment, regulation, and loads. I say either dominate a niche, innovatively serve multiple verticals, or both. ACERTUS, auto transport service provider, combining over-the-road car hauling, final mile delivery, vehicle storage, compliance, maintenance, title and registration services with a hub-and-spoke transportation model, all under one roof. From large fleets to owner-operators, auto transport businesses are familiar with ACERTUS load board and driver mobile app technology. Through business acquisition, ACERTUS now employs over 800 people across several different departments, with the ability to serve multiple verticals and provide dealerships and fleet management organizations with all of their auto transport needs. ACERTUS continues to grow their network of car carriers and is currently hiring local drivers. They're a nationwide broker for over-the-road car hauling, terminal storage, final mile compliance. They are disruptive. Few direct competitors provide all of these services. They have Metro Loads load board, Velocity mobile app, Vehicle mobile app. They are visible advertiser in industry media, trade shows, and content. ACERTUS is an influential broker in the industry with business development in various automotive verticals. Get signed up with their load board and look for ACERTUS business expansion in news articles. Number 2, ACV Auctions, digital auto auction and services. ACV Auctions is the fastest growing nationwide online digital auction for dealers and consignors. Just years ago, they seemed like a startup. Today, they're a dealer wholesale auction leader. ACV Auctions recently released their IPO and raised over $400 million. The company is now valued in the billions. ACV employs vehicle condition inspectors to help dealers and users list vehicles for sale. The company maintains an internal load board and auto transport carrier list for their never-ending 20-minute auctions where vehicles are bought and sold nationwide. ACV Auctions continues to grow their car carrier network and the need to move cars fast. Serving over 7,000 dealerships nationwide, they're a major disruptor to physical auctions. Check out the load board, and they've also pioneered vehicle inspection features such as engine audio and undercarriage photos. They're a visible advertiser in industry media, trade shows, and content. ACV Auctions helps car dealers move wholesale inventory nationwide and fast. Get signed up with their load board, visit their booth at trade shows, and learn as much as you can about their business model. Number 3, ARI, Fleet Vehicle Management Services. ARI, a Holman Enterprises company, is a leader in fleet vehicle management services. While ARI offers many services to their clients, their core business is working with companies outside the automotive industry to buy, sell, and manage vehicle inventories. For that reason, ARI moves mass amounts of vehicles at auctions weekly. ARI Global Headquarters is located in New Jersey and employs thousands of people. In North America alone, ARI moved over 1 million vehicles last year. ARI is a large company and therefore relies on large auto transport service providers to service their various client needs. When small auto transport businesses move vehicles for large companies, making a note of names such as ARI helps tell the story of the business life cycle behind how vehicle volumes are being moved. They move over 1 million vehicles a year, work with businesses outside automotive, traditional business roots, but always watching for changes in the market. Traditionally behind the scenes, but becoming more visible on social media and also posting great videos on their website. ARI serves many different clients and moves a lot of vehicles. Make note of names you see on gate passes and dispatch orders. Find out more about those businesses as you grow. Find new opportunities to network and serve them. Visit arifleet.com. Number 4, AutoIMS, Auto Auction and Remarketing Services. AutoIMS is an auto remarketing inventory management software solution for consignors and dealers buying and selling vehicles at auto auctions. The AutoIMS dashboard allows users to manage many types of wholesale vehicle data, including condition reports, pricing, tracking, photos, etc. While AutoIMS is a small private company based in Atlanta, Georgia, they connect over 1,200 consignors and over 700 member auctions. That means they move thousands of vehicles through their platform weekly. With their auction-centric software platform, AutoIMS has developed stackable APIs to communicate with auto transport, recovery, insurance, and other third-party service companies. Over 1,200 consignors and 700 member auctions nationwide, forward-thinking APIs and technology with partnerships such as Privacy for Cars. Fleets should learn more about their Transport API and Carrier Auction TMS, their visible advertiser in industry media, trade shows, publications, and content. Large auto transport fleets are connecting to AutoIMS through their Transport API, which helps drivers and carriers manage consistent vehicle inspections through their mobile apps. Stay alert to learn more about how the AutoIMS Transport API can help you in the future. Number 5, CarGurus. CarGurus buys and sells new and used cars online for internet car shoppers. Although a very competitive market, CarGurus recently acquired CarOffer, an instant online dealer wholesale vehicle inventory buying, selling, and trading platform. CarGurus is a public company based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, posting revenues in excess of $150 million last year. CarOffer, based in Addison, Texas, works with over 2,000 dealership rooftops and processed over $350 million in transactions in 2020. While CarGurus and CarOffer will continue to operate as separate companies, together they will expand their auto retail and vehicle wholesale footprint, and that equates to volume and transport. Nationwide online car retailer acquires nationwide dealer wholesale platform. Very disruptive. Recently acquired CarOffer puts them in online car sales competition. CarOffer moves volume, but with whom? CarGuru advertises for online sales, while CarOffer advertises wholesale. Nationwide auto retail and wholesale businesses transport vehicles over the road as well as providing final mile home delivery. Follow them in the news and learn how to tap into their network. Visit CarGurus.com. Number 6, CarLotz, used car consignment services. While buying and selling consumer driveway inventory is a rather new business concept, providing individuals with a professional online nationwide software platform is a great idea. Based in Richmond, Virginia, with just over 100 employees, CarLotz recently went public with an IPO and raised $300 million. CarLotz also offers free home delivery, as well as nationwide coverage and flat fee pricing to remarketing managers. For dealer inventory managers looking to skip the auction and reduce costs, CarLotz is revolutionary. 10 plus city markets today and growing fast. Consumer driveway inventory is highly disruptive to the traditional supply chain. Unknown how transporters interact, but Michael Bohr, founder and CEO, is very visible in industry media and social media content. While transporting single car loads from private individuals may not sound lucrative, following consumer driveway vehicle acquisition news is advised. Final mile delivery and evolving wholesale acquisition will spring new business opportunities nationwide. Visit CarLotz.com. Number 7 is CarMax, used car retail and wholesale. CarMax knows that selling used cars online is competitive, but with their omnichannel approach, car buyers can shop online and in their 200 plus store locations nationwide. Plus, dealers can purchase wholesale vehicles online through CarMax Auctions platform. Employing over 25,000 people with annual revenue around $19 billion, CarMax Inc. stock is valued at over $100 per share. With vehicle volume being transported between store locations on a regular basis, plus their own in-house auto auction network, it's likely that CarMax transports over 1 million cars a year. While they do run their own company-branded car haulers, CarMax works with a small number of auto transport service providers to fulfill their massive transportation needs. Nation's largest online used car retailer with store locations and auction network, retail, wholesale, online, and stores very disruptive inventory aggregator, has car haulers and few contracts with large transport companies, extremely visible across all media publications and content. CarMax is a nationwide company moving thousands of vehicles per month. If you've moved a CarMax car, it's likely you are working with one of their transport service providers. Stay tuned to see where it all goes. Visit CarMax.com. Number 8 is Carvana, online vehicle retail and wholesale. Carvana has become the industry icon for easy online vehicle retail and simplified home delivery, while Carvana Access lets wholesale buyers purchase directly through their online platform. Carvana's stock price has been valued at over $250 per share for nearly 6 months, and while some speculate the company to be overvalued, most dealers remain obsessed with the Carvana business model and market disruption. Over time, Carvana has developed their own in-house hub-and-spoke model of 10-car stingers and single-car flatbeds, which means they are also in the transport business. Through retail and wholesale, Carvana transports thousands of cars. Carvana also advertises that they will buy your car. Nationwide, sold 244,000 cars in 2020. Extremely disruptive. Car dealers are obsessed with Carvana business model. Carvana does have a load board for car haulers. You can click there to sign up. Let me know if you need the link. Extremely visible across all media publications and content. Images of Carvana flatbeds and vending machines can be found everywhere. And that means a lot of cars are being transported. Sign up with their load board to be a part of the action. Visit Carvana.com. Number 9, ClearPath TMS, Auto Transport Software. ClearPath TMS is an auto transport software company offering a TMS and mobile app solution for managing new and used vehicle logistics. While there are several auto transport software solutions on the market, only a few offer EDI integration and AIAG inspection standards, making ClearPath TMS an OEM transport solution. ClearPath TMS is a small, privately held company located in Boynton Beach, Florida. The high-tech story is that ClearPath TMS founder Aaron Korf developed Plateau, a load exchange network allowing drivers to focus on transporting vehicles rather than learning different mobile apps. Several fleets are already signed up with Plateau, signaling a new era in industry-wide auto transport business communication. Small company and growing, new and used car TMS with many users, Plateau is extremely innovative. They are an active booth advertiser at various trade shows. Contact ClearPath TMS to sign up for a free demo. After you've decided what driver mobile app you prefer, find out more about how Plateau can help your business. Visit ClearPathTMS.com. Number 10, Cox Automotive, global 20 different automotive brands. Central Dispatch load board contains 10 times the volume of any other auto transport load board, which is why most carriers and brokers consider Central Dispatch the go-to load board marketplace. JTracker, a dealer technology, might be the best known CRM for auto transport brokers and helps connect loads to Central Dispatch. Ready Logistics offers auto transport services for vehicles sold through Mannheim Auto Auctions, and their external load board is called One Dispatch. All of these are Cox Auto Inc. brands. Last year, Cox announced plans for DHL Global Logistics to help develop and launch a next-level AI integrated logistics network. Cox Automotive is well known to be the biggest company in the automotive services industry. Cox continues to acquire services and partner with more businesses. Central Dispatch is the #1 load board in auto transport, and One Dispatch is in the top 5. Extremely visible across all media, publications, content, Cox Automotive's presence is everywhere. Do yourself a favor, learn as much as you can about Cox Automotive brands and services. Visit CoxAutoInc.com. Number 11, DRAIVER, Vehicle Relocation Services. DRAIVER helps dealers and businesses move vehicles lot to lot, provide final mile home delivery, concierge service pickup and drop off, and/or parts transportation without the need to maintain the staff and equipment to do so. Today, DRAIVER is a small company, but they develop and maintain highly sophisticated in-house logistics software as well as a nationwide network of drivers. With so many car dealers competing to serve online car shoppers, third-party home delivery is sure to grow. While some transport business owners won't see the revenue opportunity to serve this delivery economy business, DRAIVER works with many over-the-road car haulers and is seeking more local driver partners. Over 300,000 vehicles moved, providing coverage in over 60 cities, helping dealers achieve final mile and service driveway without incurring cost. Highly innovative transport logistics. Anthony Montero, their chief operating officer, engages on social media events regularly and remains highly visible. For larger over-the-road car haulers that cannot offer terminal storage or final mile delivery, working with DRAIVER might open extra opportunities. Visit DRAIVER.com. Number 12, Car Auction Services, Global Automotive Business. Car Auction Services, DBA Car Global, employs over 10,000 people, moves millions of cars annually, and maintains over a dozen brands that service the automotive industry. Cars Arrive Network Load Board allows thousands of carriers to self-dispatch loads from an online platform. Car already moves massive numbers of vehicles through their 70 ADESA auto auction locations. Plus, Car recently acquired Backlot Cars, a leading online digital auction platform for dealers. In addition, Car-owned ClearPlan recovery software interacts with transporters picking up repossession units and through their PAR network. Also, CarsRelo.com serves privately owned vehicle moves and corporate relocation. Car Global is very much a global automotive business and moves millions of cars annually. With the acquisition of Backlot Cars, Car Global is making strategic moves. With technologies such as ClearPlan, CAR appears focused on vertical integration. They're extremely visible across all media, publications, and content. CAR Global brands are everywhere. Get signed up with Cars Arrive Load Board and continue to learn more about this growing company. Visit carglobal.com. Number 13 is Location Services, Vehicle Recovery and Transport. Location Services combines vehicle recovery, remarketing, brokering, transportation, key cutting, license plate recognition, and titling. Through multiple acquisitions over the years, Location Services has become a nationwide leader in recovery, remarketing, and transportation under one roof. Through company-owned and third-party recovery lots, Location Services provides repossession for financial institutions nationwide. And after acquiring an asset, they're able to move vehicles within their own carrier network or through technology partners. They're a nationwide recovery network. Repo, remarketing, and transport services, they choose Super Dispatch as their auto transport technology partner. They are visible at trade shows and various online content. If you're a carrier, learn more about the Location Services Transportation Network that connects asset recovery with car shipping. Visit locationservices.com. Number 14 is Montway Auto Transport Broker. Montway is a nationwide auto transport broker for individuals and businesses in search of open or enclosed transport of any size or distance. AEA SBF acquired Montway Inc. and Ship.Cars in 2020, terms undisclosed. Ship.Cars, long rumored to be connected to Montway, is an auto transport technology company offering a car shipping calculator, TMS, load board, e-pod, and driver mobile app. Montway continues to offer additional transportation services such as home delivery, thereby becoming a competitor to the largest transportation providers. Top-ranked nationwide auto transport broker across multiple search engines. For an auto transport broker, they're extremely visible and well-known. Ship.Cars load board is very innovative. Montway ads are extremely visible across all media publications and content. Given so much advertising, search engine visibility, and financial success, industry questions remain regarding the gap between carriers and the company. Number 15, One Auction View, auction management software. One Auction View creates a centralized auction management software platform allowing users to log in, search, price, and manage vehicle values across multiple digital auction platforms simultaneously. Given the rise and popularity of digital auto auctions in 2020, the OAV all-in-one solution brings great value to busy inventory managers. One Auction View works hard to integrate with other automotive solutions through APIs, such as offering a path to booking transport as well as other services through a single centralized auto auction management interface. Small company with lots of potential, very disruptive in a disruptive vertical, highly innovative tech and API integrations. Sky Hallman, the founder, engages in social media events regularly and remains highly visible through integrations with other companies such as Black Book. Make no mistake, digital auction software should get all auto transport business attention. Being able to accurately price, schedule, and ship a car with the click of a button will be something everyone is looking for. Number 16, Super Dispatch Auto Transport Software. Super Dispatch is an auto transport company offering a TMS, driver mobile app, e-pod, and load board. As an early entrant to the app market, Super Dispatch launched a third-party eBOL inspection driver app for vehicle inspections and to ingest and manage any other popular dispatch order format. With multiple investors, Super Dispatch has received $2 million in funding and continues to grow in company size with continued mobile app feature development and sales production. Owner-operators make up approximately 80% of the auto transport industry. Every one of those businesses is working to evolve from paper bills of lading to an electronic eBOL. Super Dispatch has become synonymous as that solution. Fast-growing company with nationwide carrier adoption, early to market third-party software, a well-known TMS and mobile app preferred by many owner-operators and small fleets, plus an innovative load board. Bek Abdullayev, founder and CEO, is well recognized by many executives, brokers, and transporters in the industry. Super Dispatch works hard to help auto transporters switch from a paper BOL to an electronic bill of lading. If that's you, find out how Super Dispatch can help your business evolve. Number 17, SuperFlo Systems Auto Transport Software. SuperFlo Systems is a unique auto transport software company offering true end-to-end solutions for brokers, carriers, and dealers. With Transport Auto Quoter, car shipping businesses can provide fast and accurate car shipping quotes. Pro ABD allows businesses to manage leads and create orders, which can then be posted to Dispatch Center, Load Board, and TMS, where carriers can negotiate and or self-dispatch to their mobile app. After delivery, business owners can arrange for payment using iTruckPay. SuperFlo Systems continues to grow its carrier network and works hard to obtain auto transport business feedback for building innovative new features to serve changing customer needs. Small company, but lots of software. Established with brokers and growing in carrier market share. Very few companies offer end-to-end solutions. Mark Grodeke, founder, continues to network for software integration and engages in social media events regularly. Pricing, growing leads, managing loads, and getting paid continue to be pain points for auto transport business owners. Learn how SuperFlo Systems can help you get to the next level. Visit superflowsystems.com. Number 18, Sweetie Boy Delivers Auto Transport Services. Sweetie Boy Delivers markets their auto transport services to dealers and individuals. Although a typical business model, SBD exerts great effort to fulfill the type of home delivery and service concierge that dealers are looking to provide. Sweetie Boy Delivers also provides towing and driveway services as well as over-the-road car hauling. CIT GAP Funds made a recent investment in Sweetie Boy Delivers, and the company continues to expand. For any small auto transport business startup searching for a competitive edge, the branding, presence, and services list at Sweetie Boy Delivers serves as a perfect example of how to approach making a difference in today's car delivery economy. Few markets, starting in Virginia, innovative style integrating over-the-road car hauling with local dealership delivery and concierge services. Tech and equipment is the combination of many carrier services under one roof. Aggressive social media marketing and brand visibility. As I tell anyone just getting into car shipping, look at what this company is doing and how they are branding themselves. Then work to carve out your own niche in your own backyard. Visit SweetieBoyDelivers.com. Number 19 is Tesla, a high-tech automaker. Tesla is the automotive industry disruptor, and CEO Elon Musk is a household name. Early to mass electric vehicle production and EV battery technologies, Tesla purchased Central Valley Auto Transport in 2019 to overcome nationwide vehicle distribution bottlenecks. Tesla has also developed an EV semi and likely deserves credit for current exponential growth in EV production of vehicles in the U.S. In the first quarter 2021, Tesla delivered over 180,000 vehicles, up from 499,000 in 2020. And Elon Musk is considered one of the richest men in the world. With growth of gigafactories for EV battery production and an eye on future OEM growth in ACES, that's autonomous, connected, electric, and shared vehicles, Tesla's influence on automakers can be felt in Ford's announcement to develop its own Ford Ion Park Global Battery Center. By the way, Tesla is actively hiring car haulers and drivers on their website. Everyone knows the name Tesla, but only recently have traditional automakers come to realize their industry dominance in EV. Extremely disruptive, not only in producing electric vehicles, but also in evolving vehicle battery technology production. Tesla is so innovative that many people will wait and pay more just to own a Tesla. Elon Musk appears in news articles regularly, whether it's about space, batteries, flamethrowers, or whatever. Elon Musk is a super influencer. Follow Tesla news. There's more all the time. Number 20 is United Road Auto Transport Services. United Road Services is an industry leader in automotive and heavy haul transportation for new and used vehicles, providing a myriad of services, including open and closed, storage, driveway, and remarketing services. United Road also owns Team Driveaway, which is truck movement, and powers the Holly load board and TMS. United Road is a public company with over 1,000 employees, covering U.S. and Canada, and annual revenue in the millions. Recently, United Road launched the National Vehicle Transporters Alliance, GoNVTA.org, to help small to mid-sized carriers increase industry knowledge and reduce operating costs. 90-plus locations, moving over 4 million vehicles annually. Unique company, few competitors, serving so many verticals simultaneously. Holly.com load board is innovative. United Road is extremely visible across media, publications, advertising content, social media, with multiple services, and now NVTA. Getting signed up with Holly.com load board and free classic membership at GoNVTA.org is highly recommended. And finally, number 21, seems like 31, is Vroom, online vehicle retail. While there are several large competitors in buying and selling used cars online, including expanding dealership rooftops, Vroom is another nationwide company promoting delivery. Vroom Inc. is a public company with over 800 employees and $1 billion in annual revenue. In 2015, Vroom acquired Texas Auto Direct, which was a broker posting loads on Central Dispatch. Today, Vroom has their own flatbed final mile delivery trucks. Vroom is likely continuing to develop their own hub and spoke car hauling network, and they do utilize other large auto transport service providers. Nationwide online vehicle retail is growing, disruptive years ago, but now suddenly seems normal. They provide instant quotes online. They have a great website. And Vroom's February 2021 Super Bowl commercial made a huge impression. They're extremely visible across all media, publications, and content, while large carrier fleets and/or auto transport brokers will be the companies to haul for nationwide online retailers. Following their home delivery business models and pricing is advised. And that, my friends, is the Auto Transport 21. I appreciate the time, and it may take some time to absorb some of that information, but what we're going to do now is we're coming up on 9:15. We're going to start up the panel discussion, and I see in the live chat too. I actually chose not to focus on the live chat while that was all happening. Oh, and I left out a slide actually. Hey, here we go. What do you do with all this auto transport intel? While there are too many companies in auto transport to simply list or include as industry leaders, the Auto Transport 21 is meant for investors, business developers, new owners, and marketing teams as a guide to get one's arms around the current state of change in our industry. If you are part of a car shaming business, we recommend that you look in your own markets for presence of these businesses, use of these technologies, and open opportunities for you and your company growth. Use this information when talking to local dealers and to learn more about local auto auctions. And don't forget to look for consumer driveway inventory. Building your running lanes, service offerings, marketing strategies, continue to network research, deliver, and grow, and let us know how Auto Transport Intel can help you. Find us on YouTube, LinkedIn, get the podcast, find the website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email, and there's my phone number. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, I could use a little bit of Kool-Aid. ELD Punch, right. We rebranded it. Okay, so let's do this. I need to get the panel going. And thank you guys so much. I'd love to, we should take a poll on who needed a break, who needed a candy bar, who needed some ELD Punch, who's laying back in a psychiatry office chair. Okay. And let's get that panel running. Do me a favor, stick around. We're going to be right back.
Hey guys, Ty, CTS Business Coaching. I connect dealers, auctions, and carriers. If you're a dealer and you're not getting your inventory on the lot in 5 days ready to sell, you've got a problem. It's called interest. Like I'm telling you something you don't know. Give me a call,
I can connect you with an auction and a carrier, and you can get your cars on the lot in 5 days or less. 417-483-2764. Thanks and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Ty. Appreciate that. And what we're going to do is, while we're pull up the live chat, let me get... Guys, I went ahead and launched the meeting. I think I'm a few minutes early. Oh, here we go. Scott is on his way in, and we heard the knock on the door there. I see something about grape juice. Thank you very much. Take a big swig of that Kool-Aid. There it is. There's the comment. Yes, don't forget. That's right. Ty is all about GME. Sophia's talking about their load board. Start in your backyard. That's right on mark. Need a double take on the show. Yeah. Oh, I know. It was really a lot. It was crazy to put it all together. And I did. Yeah, I saw there was just a few typos. Oh, here we go. The sound is already changing. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Let me get my levels up. And while I'm here, so I got Scott.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Man, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join us for the discussion panel.
You know what? It's a thrill to be here on your channel. It's a thrill to be here with your wonderful audience. All those awesome professional men and women that serve on our vehicles all over this globe. So thanks for having me.
You know, and I want to thank you. Got a phone call from you earlier, just checking in, and that those sometimes, you know, phone calls and just talking about what I'm working on, getting ready for the show, talk about the industry, all the verticals. It helps. So I appreciate it. That was great. And
same way.
It's
exchange of ideas are always good, aren't they?
Well, yes. And so my goal with this Auto Transport 21 was try to set the setting as if we were at a trade show, right? The next trade show I'm going to be at is Car Conference in June. And it's a different vibe, right?
For sure. Yeah.
What is that vibe?
I got to tell you, first and foremost, for me, it's really a pleasure, like I said, to be here. But man, I'm blessed because I have served most every one of those companies that are on your list, either as a service provider and partner, or as a competitor, or as a trusted advisor. So that's real joy to be here tonight. And you mentioned the car conference. It's going to be a great vibe. I think having been off from COVID and all the disadvantages and all the difficulties that we dealt with over the last year, it'll be great to be back to see everyone.
Yeah, now that's for sure. And I'll tell you what, Scott, I need to, you made it. I pulled up the previous link that I had, so I'm just going to send, let's see, we got Jason, we got Joel, we got Paul, and we got Ty that is going to join us. But I didn't know what you just said. I did not know that. I mean, wow, that's the thing, Scott. I don't know how to thank you for, I mean, how many years of experience? Let me just ask that question. How many years of experience do you have in this industry?
Well, I would just say I've been, again, fortunate to manage all aspects of vehicle life cycle. Most of my career, right? From manufacturing to financing to training to logistics, recovery, and remarketing. So, I'm a student. So being a student is probably the best part, right? I get to learn every day.
I'm humbled to have you here. I really am. It's very humbling, and I appreciate it.
Vice versa. Thrilled to be here. Proud of what you've done, too.
Wow. And thank you for that. But what, from your take, what does it look like, from the outside looking in? What does it look like I've got going on here? What is this? What is Auto Transport Intel?
I think for me, and I think what's important is just, educating the ecosystem on the importance of the professional men and women that serve hauling cars. As I said before, you're talking about athletes, engineers, mathematicians. The work that they do is extraordinary. So anytime we can educate the ecosystem on all the good work that they do, and all the wonderful companies that support all those folks and keep cars flowing, it's just it's fantastic. It's about time that they were being recognized.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. And by the way, I think is somebody flying right now?
Jason is.
He's muted.
Hey, we just touched down just for you, Jay.
That's big. Big time. Hey, Jason, how are you?
Good. We're back on the ground in St. Louis.
Nice.
Good. Well, that was amazing, Jay.
Yeah.
He's froze. Are you froze, Jay?
No, well, not logistically. Here's what I want to do. I want to introduce you guys, and I want you to take it away. I'm going to catch my breath because, and I've talked enough. That's enough, Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us now, we have Scott Kolb with us. We have Jason Hawk. We have Ty Thompson, Joel Hawk, and Paul Machine. And I want to hand it over to you guys. Here's the baton. What start off? What do you think of what just happened, and what do we do now? What do we do with this information?
Start connecting dots. That's what we do. Scott, thanks for coming on the show. You've said you've worked for all these companies at one time?
No, I've served them all in some capacity, whether competitively or as partners or from an advisory perspective. So it's an awesome list. And as you would expect, there are so many others as well in the many different segments that was put forth.
That's what I was wondering is, I mean, we know there's got to be more. So I was curious to ask, I know Jay doesn't want to talk, but how did you come up with those 21, Jay?
Yeah, that's a fair question. So I really, obviously I chose the number. The number that was the easy part. I thought, how do you boil this down? How do you really look at, and I mean the super macro? How do we look at this isn't a list of carriers. It's not a list of any vertical. How do we look at the entire industry considering all the changes, the technology, the customer expectations, volume, acquisitions, company growth, etc.? And that really, once I thought that, I came up, man, 2/3 popped right on the page. But then I had to boil down to how do I get into some of the nitty-gritty of some of the other companies to round out the full picture. And that's what I did. I'm sure there could be some companies moved in or out. I think different people would have different lists. And that's one of the things that I find interesting about it is this is the list I came up with. And I'm honestly curious, if somebody was to put pen to paper to pencil, what would their list be and why?
All right. Well, we've got Joel. Joel, I like having Joel here. Joel's boots on the ground dealer. Joel, where are you at? What do you do again?
So I'm here in St. Louis. I've spent the last 28 years in the franchise side of the business. I'm currently a general manager of a Chevy store in Wentzville, Pogue Chevrolet. And I've learned a lot from this ATI platform. I mean, I love it. So I'm happy to be here.
What else do you get? You got something else too, right?
What's that?
Are you connected with Black Widow?
Yes, I'm also a sales director with Black Widow, which is also on the call.
That's
So
kind of
I have the system in my store as well.
And that's a technology as well, right? That's
Yes.
somehow connected to how would that fit in this?
Well, it's called speed to the market. So obviously we talk about the transporters, we talk about the dealers. Everybody wants inventory. The auctions want the inventory, but the end customer, the end customer is really the customer. So what we're trying to get is those images quicker to the market. So while the transporters are are hustling and doing everything they're supposed to be doing. We've got pictures online, and you know that vehicle isn't. You know, Paul can talk about it as well. As you know, it costs a lot of money to have that car sitting there, and if it's jammed up because of either transport or a battery or whatever, I've already got that car imaged and hopefully sold. Wow. Because the consumer wants it. Their demands are higher. They'd like it to be dropped off with a drone. So hopefully you should start adding the drone transporters to this panel.
That's right.
Joel, I got off kind of a little bit off, but we're hearing stuff that new cars are being sold like before you get them on the lot. Are you seeing that where you're at?
So, you know, as a Chevy dealer, the manufacturer's saying, "Hey, sell what's in the pipeline." And the unfortunate thing, we're looking at model pictures or pieces of paper that are from the 80s, printing out and saying, "Hey, this is what that vehicle is." We're still getting the profit. Profits are crazy. So, but if we could see that image of that vehicle from day one, what's that worth?
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead, Scott.
You essentially control the data, right?
Absolutely.
You know, Black Widow does a great job, awesome technology, and you know, whoever controls that image, if you will, and that data, to your point, you can push that data anywhere.
Right. And you're pushing that sale and taking that customer out of the market, and relieving all these bottleneck with the transporters, the OEMs, even the you know, cars are sitting at the port. I could be selling them. People are okay as long as they could see it.
Yes.
And the transparency of that is what I think this industry in 2021, it's going to be transparency. They want to see the car.
Right.
Paul Machine, Black Book.
Oh, so what Joel and is talking about on the Black Widow, it's all related to the condition report, the condition grade report, right? So to prepare for this, I started reaching out to all of our network to get the data. You know, I would like to get an understanding of how many grade A, grade B, grade C, 3.5, 4.2, 2.1s. What was the mix up in percentages? And it was like, I was asking the Colonel for his secret recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, they were giving me the double finger barrel, put it that way. They don't want to share that information, you know, and I think it's because right now we're seeing an unprecedented price being delivered for higher mileage, edgier units. I'm talking units that need at least $1,000 in reconditioning. You know, so the dealers are already overpaying in the lane, and when by the time that vehicle gets there, there's at least another $1,000 in reconditioning expenses they have to facilitate. But if they had the ability, because I'd say about 40% of sales are now being done online on auction sales. So if they had very crisp, detailed pictures that, you know, Black Widow can create, that has an AI, an intelligent AI that says, here's an estimate, and it's not factored off of what this dealer thinks he can get tires for, or what that dealer thinks he can repair a bumper for, or how this dealer might be able to get away from not really doing a complete detail, right? Because consumers today want the best they can get. So let's be accurate. Let's be very specific about what it's going to be, and AI delivers that. And so you guys are bringing in some technology that is just a matter of a year or two away before it's fully accepted.
Wow.
And I think too, Paul, to your point, right? Business and the consumer preferences are driving these technologies and these advancements.
Yes, Scott.
Think about Amazon and what that's done, right, to our expectations as consumers and businesses in terms of all things that we expect.
When I was recruited by CarMax and went to work for them, all my GM buddies, you were like, what are you doing? Why are you going there? I said, well, the consumers are going that way. So I want to be where the consumers go. not just waiting for them to come to me. I wanted to go where they were already at. Brian Benstock, Paragon Auto Group, the #1 Honda and Acura dealer in the nation today. I love his phrase. He says, you don't go where the customers are. They already live online. So we need to live online too. So we need to create systems and processes that make it that simple, that easy to do.
Wow. That's huge. So all these I guess when I'm listening to Jay and is 21 and I'm looking at all these companies as a carrier with a carrier background, I think, is this helping the carrier? Is this helping the dealer? Or is there, maybe, could it be overwhelming? Like, okay, how many load boards are on there, Jay? Probably 5.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The thing is that in transport, I specified small and mid-sized carriers, right? You get to the large, and it's different, Large carriers are booking some loads off Central, but that's just to fill in the spots. That's not, they have their customers. But for small to mid-sized businesses, most companies won't stop relying on load boards. They just don't.
But that doesn't mean you should be comfortable with that.
Well, we're not.
Right?
We're not, but we have to accept that that's just part of the reality. And that's why on Thursdays on Dispatching Live, when we look at the load boards, and really, this is one of the things that I want to see change, is Dispatching Live, we spend almost the whole time on Central Dispatch, even still. And there's other load boards. But that is a reflection of what it's like to be a dispatcher or a carrier. You're pretty much looking at Central. It's very hard to take eyeballs off of Central and move them over to another load board. That's just a fact.
So what do you say, Paul?
Great question.
Well, if you go back to the meeting we had Friday, right, with Timmy, and we were talking about the cost of acquisition and the holding days it takes before a vehicle is frontline ready. And Joel said it, right? Speed to market. Right. That's really the key. If I pay for a vehicle today, I have to consider my holding costs until I get that vehicle to my lot. Then once I get that vehicle on my lot, I have to consider what the reconditioning expenses are. If it has to be certified by the factory, then I have a pack. The average estimate right now is about $3,500. That's just an average estimate that Tim, through his network, was suggesting. So anything the transportation industry can do to help alleviate the time from the time it's bought at the lane until it's delivered at the dealership, that's going to be huge, huge. And I know that Mark Rodeke with SuperFlo Systems has a great technology, Route Scout. And I love that Route Scout, analyzing the quickest, most effective and efficient way to get from point A to point B. And it's just the beginning of what the technology can do.
So Joel, I got a question for you. How many used units do you usually keep in inventory?
On Black Widow?
No, on your inventory at your lot.
We usually, pre or after COVID.
Let's go pre.
So pre, we're about 125 used cars and about 100 new is what we usually would stock. But obviously we're turning more, we're selling more with more profit with less units.
Right.
They're hitting the ground and selling.
So the question I have is, pre-COVID, how did you acquire used car inventory?
A lot of it was trades. Just in the area, we had trades that we could keep, so I didn't have to go to the auction. Now I am doing more than I did before. I would say now it's almost 50%, 50 to 60% of what I'm getting. We're doing the service lane, Paul. Don't worry about it. We are appraising every car that comes through there. There's people think we're like, you've already called us 2 months ago. Well, we're going to call you every month until you someone's going to get you. So I'm going to stay in front of you.
And your prices are going up, right?
Right. Right. We just send a email campaign. What it was before is it's more. So, but the phone's ringing. But consumer is still very demanding. They want the best that they can get, and we're going to continue to deliver it.
Well, the reason I kind of was leading you there was because for a guy like you, say, who traditionally doesn't get a lot of the used car inventory from the auction, now you're and this is really good, because this is why I say you don't know the answer until you talk to the car dealer.
Right.
I mean, there's probably a car dealer less than 50 miles from Joel that might have a different answer. They may have pre-COVID bought all of their cars from a few auctions. Right. So Joel, what I like to talk about this, because we're going to get to the pain point, right? What's the pain point now? Well, I need inventory really bad. I can't find it. And when I do find it, it's high. So Joel is having to do something different. Joel, what if I heard you right? You said you're going to auctions.
Yeah, we're going to auctions online.
Online auctions. So if I'm the guy that says go hang out at an auction, you may not meet Joel there. So where can we find Joel?
I'm going to be on that little computer screen above you.
Yeah.
Going bid.
Right. And so the next question is, see, I'm a lane guy. I like the lane. I like to define a lane. I like to.
We like to watch you. We like to watch you walk around.
Yeah. So I guess what has the experience been for you so far with buying online?
Well, it's the consistency of the photos. I mean, there's some sites and that you look at, you can't tell if it's a crew cab or a double cab. There's no consistent photo, which obviously I'm a Black Widow fan, and I shop my Black Widow auctions. We won't bring them up, but it makes it easier. I'm not just partial. I can see the car, every angle, every time. And then if you have some type of standard condition report, it's only going to make it. That's what the industry needs, is that transparency, a true auto grade AI picture. And and just give the information. If it's bad or good or bad, it doesn't matter. At least it's consistent. And I think the consumer is going to eat that up.
Well, you just said a really cool thing that I've heard from car dealers forever in a little different setting, meaning, Ty, I just want to know when my cars are going to be here. Just tell me that much, and I can deal with it. And I think what I hear you saying is on these pictures, look, I need cars. If it's got a dent, if it's got a scratch, I still need cars.
Right.
I can deal with that as long as I know what I've got.
Right.
And again, I think it goes back to so now you're buying online, you really haven't done that. You kind of had to start figuring out which auctions you go to. Sky Holman might be a good guy to introduce you to.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Anyway, so how, after the purchases are made, I'm done.
Right.
What happens next? What does that look like?
It's a weight game. It's a weight game. And, if the photos aren't well enough to be a retail picture, you're waiting for the transporter. So you're putting all the pressure on the transporter and the auction.
Right. You can't.
That's the pain. That's the pain point.
Right.
And
so
you would probably
be able to take those after the car goes through recon at the auction, that car should be what it is. And if I know, hey, I've got a few little dents to handle, I can handle that. But I can put those photos on there from the auction with Black Widow with the enhancement. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Right.
and I think
I'm sorry, Scott.
I think as Joel pointed out too, Ty, I think it's all on the buy, right? That's where the dealer, he or she, really makes their money, in the way that they source and buy. And so if that imaging and the data points are correct, and they can rely on those, that's how they make their money.
That's right. Yeah, we don't. I've heard this for a lot of years. I'm glad you said that, Scott. The dealer doesn't make his money when he sells the car. The dealer makes it when he buys it. That's what Scott's saying. That's what Joel's saying, and that's what Paul's saying. And so as the carrier, this Black Widow thing keeps coming up. I know that you guys have been on the show, and I appreciate you, but it usually takes me a day or so to process what just happened. And the more I think about this, I think, wouldn't it be cool as a carrier? Okay, I've done this for 20 years. gone into auctions and never came out. I've been kicked out of them. That's where I live. And I think, with today's technology on the carrier side, it's a handy thing that CYA, right? I got pictures, I can prove it.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually creates additional steps. So we're on a pretty tight time schedule anyway. And one of the things that I've thought about this Black Widow, I haven't told Joel or Jason this, or Paul really, but I think, wouldn't it be cool as a carrier, you go to the auction, it's sometimes a nice place, sometimes not. We get the car, as we're pulling out, somebody checks it out. While we're sitting there, that process can take up to 60 seconds. I think I heard Joel say that Black Widow can take pictures in 10 seconds. Is that right?
Right. As they drive through the gate, on the way in and on the way out.
Paul, you're going to like this one. I threw the box out.
Right.
Okay, so our carrier's got the phone. We got to get the car. We get the car, check it out. We get to the truck. We park it. Now we got to walk around the car 4 corners and take pictures. Each car, right? I like to do 9 at a time. So that's 9 times 4, 36 times around that car. That takes a few minutes, right? Especially if it's a rainy day, a cold day, my phone doesn't work quite right, whatever the problem is. So how about this? How about if we make a deal with the auction, set this Black Widow up as we're checking out. The dealer knows we just checked out. The dealer's got the pictures. The carrier, if something happens to the car between that picture and here's your car, Joel, who's responsible?
That's right.
There's your custody linkage right there. It's all covered.
And think about the time to sale, right? So the moment the dealer gets those pictures, to Joel's point, he can start marketing that vehicle on his website. On the way, 5 days, 4 days, 2 days away. He can call it accurately and pretty much guarantee it will be delivered as it is. Here's your price, right? At $50 on average, the carrying cost is about $50 a day for most dealers nationwide. If he can sell that vehicle, the moment it gets on the truck or within a day of it being transported, he's eliminated another $50 a day for the next 4 days.
And Ty, you could probably just deliver it right to that buyer's house.
Maybe I won't, but somebody else. I'd rather let Joel.
You're on point. They're throwing it out of the box. Something like that will happen. Right now, the OEs are trying to figure out a way to control the user experience with digital retail solutions. So you go to the OE main website, you can buy the vehicle completely online. Then they send you back to Joel's dealership for service, paperwork, and delivery. Right?
Hey, that capability is there. We were selling rental cars while they were in service 20 years ago.
Yeah.
While they were in service in mileage bands and then delivering them to the buying dealer. So this can be done. It's just a matter of this industry getting together and streamlining the process to all the things that every one of you gentlemen have been talking about over the many weeks.
I like that. Well, I think that's one of the things that I value the most about Jay's platform is the effort that he's put in to bring guys like Scott, Joel, Jason, Paul. There's Jason. Jason, hi. How are you, buddy?
Is he here? Oh, there he is.
He's got jet lag. I'm alone for a little bit. But this platform has really brought this kind of these people together. And it's not that the other 12 load boards are bad or that we don't need them. How do we put this together? Because everybody's got, my deal's better than anybody else's, I think, if I'm being honest, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess there's, of course, the awareness, making the community, the ecosystem, making it, here's what we got. Here's 21 to go look at. There's more. As Jay's going through that list, I'm thinking of several that we could definitely throw in there that are definitely making some. I was thinking of AutoSled, Jay. They're doing a lot of social media. They're on the dealer side. They're on the carrier side. They're putting together all kinds of great stuff. But I guess my point is that there really is. and Joel kind of said it, there's this weight on the carrier, the transport. Where's your transport guy? I need my cars. And as a carrier, the thing that always perplexed me was, why do these guys want their cars so bad? They know I'm doing it. They know I'll send them a picture, but really why? Well, they want to sell the car. They got to get the car to look at it. And then I started thinking about, how do I feel whenever I order a t-shirt, a $25 t-shirt on Amazon, and it's not here in 2 days? Mm-hmm. What kind of attitude? So why would I be questioning a car dealer's attitude with a $40,000 used car, right? That's the role as a carrier. I think the mindset that we need to get into to understand Joel can't do anything without us. And if we don't do a good job, Joel's not going to get his cars, and Joel probably won't use us again, right? And I think that there's value in this conversation, because really, without Joel, none of us have a job.
That's right. Well, that days to turn is really what you're hitting on. And we talked about it Friday. The national average days to turn is right at 35 days.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the market for pre-owned turn, that's pretty strong. It's imperative that
60 days was fast. Now it's right. 30, 35.
And now you're desperate to get your car so you can stay within that 30 or 35 day or less. Because the quicker a dealer can turn a vehicle, the higher the profit margin.
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, to Paul's point, it does make sense that even the marketplace, right? For example, the auction marketplace, there's been a lot of discussion about the difficulty with picking up, getting those cars moved. Hey, the sooner the car gets off the lot and on the truck and over to the lot, the sooner that Joel can get back over to the auction, whether online or physically, to buy more cars. It's just that whole cycle process.
Right.
If you speed up the process, it's a win-win-win for all involved. It's a win for the dealer. It's a win for the auction. It's a win for the carrier, the shipper. It's a win for the commercial seller. Everybody wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing, car hauler guys, I want you to understand is there's usually somebody around Joel that's applying a little pressure. We did this much, now we need to do this much. And
that's Jason.
That's Jason. But as a carrier, I guess where I'm really going with this is the more you understand the pressure, the challenges, the pain points of a guy like Joel, the better you will be in this business. It's really not an easy business. You won't ever hear me say it's an easy business. It's pretty difficult. There's a lot of things that go wrong, and it consumes a lot of cash. But the more you understand and the more you serve the dealer, that's what Scott's saying, that's what Paul's saying. The more you serve Joel, the more Joel likes you and the more business Joel will do with you. Does that make sense? Is that fair, Joel? Am I right?
Yeah. I have a transporter that's local that works very closely with me, and he just the other day we had a little issue and we worked it out, and he's my guy. I got to get him on this panel.
That's what you want, okay? Let me say that he's my guy, okay?
He is my guy.
That's the guy you want to be as a car hauler, all right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Jason, are you on there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Who are you and what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I make magic happen.
That's good. That's good.
How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Sorry, first part of the show there, we had just landed, and so just catching up.
You're with Black Widow.
Yes, sir. I'm the CEO and founder of Black Widow Imaging. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
And you're a car guy too, right? You've done that. You've even detailed cars, right?
Yeah, about 300,000 of them. They're probably all dirty by now, but yeah they were on point.
You've done transported cars?
Yep, at a trucking company, and then also a body shop.
Wow.
And PDR, so a little bit of reconditioning, and then I'm also a dealer as well. and then do business with the auction. So I've kind of been the last 2 decades touched on all fronts of where the car gets touched, almost all of them. And, you know, we're a company of givers, and we make mistakes, and we fail quickly, right? Fail fast, fail forward. And so in the dealer world, you're always trying to please the consumer, right? But you got to take care of the dealer, and no matter how fast we went, it wasn't fast enough, right? And that's where kind of our humble beginning started, was to how do we get the dealer the info he needs or the car he needs as fast as possible, so that he can get it to the consumer. So he needs more, you know? So in a sense, we're always pleasers, but it wasn't enough. So that's where Black Widow was born, is to be able to deliver that product that's en route, right? And relieve the pressure from the different stages, from new to used to trade to auction. And that's kind of, we fell into this by trying to fix and I guess identify everybody's hard work, right? Not that anybody's not ever hustling, but are we doing the best job? Are we being as efficient as we can? So, you know, we're very hard on ourselves to come up with something that's streamlined and helped everybody from birth to Copart, right? So that's about it.
That's really cool. I don't know if you caught it. I was telling Joel, I got a great idea for you. If we could set up the Black Widow when we check cars out, as soon as the car rolls over the little Black Widow thing there on the ground,
yep,
carrier gets a picture, the dealer gets a picture, and it's all time stamped.
Yep, that's funny you said that. We just we talk about the melting ice cube, right? Well, we've been chasing hailstorms for the last few days, and it's funny. We've been helping out the lizard and Jake and the khaki pants to help timestamp and understand, you know, the condition of these vehicles to get them back in the market. So they've got about 30,000 cars that are damaged that, you know, the used car market desperately needs. So for us, you know, we're even helping a different industry now, you know, so even the insurance guys are reaching out. So it's really, really awesome. The last 2 days, we've been, you know, helping them kind of streamline their process. So yes, we're in the process of designing mobile trailers and mobile devices that can go in those situations, deployed quickly. And yes, for the transporters. I was there today and I couldn't believe how many trucks were moving to different facilities just to get an estimate, you know. The trucks were lined up. I mean, for, gosh, it seemed like I must have seen 30, 40 trucks lined up, bringing them in for estimate or taking them out. They're so damaged, the windshields, they had to go on a truck, you know. So imagine the pressure. It was just, you know, all of that. I mean, I think they're almost up to almost $1 billion in damage in Oklahoma, just just crazy. So, you know, an industry that we thought we'd never get into is, you know, we're helping them out. And, you know, we already were short on used cars. Holy cow. But that's a little bit of what we've been doing the last 2 days. So I appreciate you guys having us, and sorry I was late, but that's what we've been doing. So.
Wow. That's so cool. I didn't even think about that. That's really awesome. We always appreciate having you guys, honestly. It's brings a lot of value, and it's always, like I said, I really enjoyed talking to Joel. He's out there doing it. This is the reason I like that, is because this is what I tell carriers to do. Guys that want to be a car hauler, go talk to the guy like Joel. Joel might already have a guy, but if you're nice, Joel might give you 10 minutes of your time and tell you to come back. Yeah. Joel always needs that other guy too. He's got his
a couple guys,
but he always needs that other guy. So, Jay, thanks so much, man. Good show.
Thank you. I jotted down a couple things, and I wanted to just say that, Jason and Joel, you guys are thought-provoking, and we appreciate that. I think I wrote down, Paul, I think you're tagged on all three things I wrote down. Big shocker. Number one is location services. Mm-hmm. hear a lot talked about that company, but the more I learn about them, they're going to be on this show, I think, in a few months. The overlap of recovery and transport. Are you very familiar with Location Services?
Not the company, but there are multiple companies I'm working with that have location service technology.
Okay.
That
You already work with some.
Yes.
Yes. That makes total sense, right? I mean,
it absolutely does.
It's such a great idea for an overlap, and yet I don't think, especially in just day-to-day transportation, we don't really hear that overlap. They seem like separated verticals.
Well, in many cases, Jay, those companies, from a recovery standpoint, are required in some cases to help get those cars to the auction, right? Because they're repossessed assets. There's a cure time, a time prior to where they can sell the vehicle. Primaritas, there are many of those companies that do provide those kinds of recovery management services.
And I appreciate what you just said, Scott, because that's another thing, is that a lot of the lending, banking, financial institutions, and remarketing seems like a vertical that, as a transporter, you start hearing those names and you kind of just like, yeah, I'm hauling an Ally car and that's all I know about it.
Right. Well, they're saying a lot of them are single unit moves too, right? Because they're single unit moves. They may have keys. They may not drive, brake, and steer. So there's some attention that need be managed in terms of supporting those companies and the ability to move those vehicles.
Yeah, the recovery vertical and that's where we've made some friends in the recovery space. I want to learn more about ClearPlan. I'd love to see if I could feature ClearPlan on the show. There is so much to talk about in recovery and repo. Paul, what is the projection? What's the current projection on what's happening with repossessions and recoveries?
Well, right now we're still estimating that the auctions are short about 100,000 a month, and we are saying that most of that's due to possible accommodations. And if you're following anything what's going on with legislation, they've kicked the can of repossessions down the road to where the first wave ends at the end of June, but it looks like they're going to come up with some more programs to try to offer extensions to 2022. And it's to mirror what they're doing with the forbearance on mortgages. So whatever they do on the forbearance side on mortgages, lenders will be more proactive to do the same thing for possible accommodations. And if you read between the lines, what the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau is saying, they're not going to be kind to anybody who is rude, so to speak, to someone in distress.
I think that we need a mobile app called My Guy Paul. And so if you're in a conversation, you just go, let me just check with Paul. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, man.
Speaking of lease turn-ins, you mentioned something in the live chat about lease turn-ins. Did
Yes.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah.
So there's a trend right now because of the valuations in the market where people are actually figuring out that they can release their vehicle with permission from the company, from the leaseor, to a friend, neighbor, or even through Auto Trader, and pocket $20, $30, $40 a month by releasing it to them. Where the electric vehicle space definitely needs a releasing platform because more EVs are sold in private party sales than they are actually sold through dealerships.
And getting into personal, on the consumer driveway inventory, again, I credit you with, you kind of started that. It's like we don't know where the melting block of ice started, but we know it's melting all the time. Home delivery, and then POV sales, consumer driveway inventory.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking as I was talking about CarLotz? What were some of your thoughts?
On the availability of inventory in consumers' driveways?
Yeah, and just where do you think tell us more, because I know this is a topic that you like to think about, talk about, measure. What are some of your thoughts?
So we have, we have some partners that you featured on your show. That this one company, FedEx, they already have 100 plus dealers signed up nationwide, and all they do is focus on private party sales. So they get, they would go to Joel, and Joel would say, "Listen, I'm looking for this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle," and their BDC would just comb the private party listings, and then engage that customer and figure out a way to have that conversation to buy the vehicle directly from the consumer. And today's a better time than ever to be able to do something like that.
So they're probably using what, Paul, AI to kind of ascertain how that consumer's been shopping, and then.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of technology that goes into just picking up the phone and say, "Hey, Scott, I see you're advertising your 2018 Camaro, and we'd like to, you're advertising for 19. It's a whole script process they go to, but they have some technology that backs it up to say, this is what the vehicle is worth in the marketplace. Some of the data that they purchased from us allows them to be able to say, Scott, there are only 2 other Chevrolet Camaros in the market, just like yours, and we'd like to pay you a premium for it. And that kind of incents you to sell it. And they are successful in that route. In the same vein, when they make the call, they can help the consumer understand the reason why the car's been listed, because they watch it, for 65 days and haven't sold it, is because they're overpriced in the market. And here's why. So there's some education that goes with it. But I know of 3 companies that are doing that today, sourcing and helping dealers find vehicles in non-traditional sourcing channels. I have one that does similar. DRAIVER is an example. They can do a full evaluation of a vehicle when they pick it up, deliver it to Joel, and say, "Joel, this guy's got equity."
There's another one too, VenQ, Danny Zawazoski, he's out of Kansas City. I've heard him on Clubhouse. That deal is pretty amazing. So I think it's kind of the same idea, buying cars out of driveways. But
Pop Drive's another one.
Pop Drive.
Pop Drive.
Yeah.
So right now I talked about I'm calling it undiscovered country. Right now, there's 14 plus million consumers that are in mortgage forbearances by private investors.
Wow.
Those private mortgage companies are not included in the government-backed forbearance programs. So these investors are having to go about taking care of these consumers on their own. So if the average household has 2 vehicles each, there's another potential 30 million units that can be appraised. And Joel wants to see those vehicles. He wants to place a bid on as many of those vehicles as possible. Because right now, if I were a homeowner and my private equity company said to me, "Listen, we need to figure out a way to reduce your debt," because they generally put you with a credit counselor, right? And and they said, "We've got Joel, he owns a Chevy store. He wants to put a bid on your vehicle. We got to sell 1 or 2 of your vehicles. Let's appraise both vehicles, see which one we can get you out of. And I guarantee you they'll sell at least 1 unit. They're in distress. There's 30 million units potentially in distress right now. They're not even in the lanes yet.
And we can ship them.
Yes, that's right.
Good job, Scott.
We just got to figure out how to tap into that market right now.
Paul, you were talking to Tim about that on his show, I think a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. And we're going to end here real soon, but I mean, I know that if you're still with us, and I appreciate that, thank you so much, we certainly do meander off the path of what would otherwise be normal auto transport discussion. But in that sense, yeah, it's, we're working out that business muscle, right? I mean, Clubhouse. Ty, talk about Clubhouse for a minute. Why are you on Clubhouse? What do you guys do?
Well, I don't do anything except listen. Occasionally I get on a stage, but I hang out in these dealer rooms, and I was in one today, and the topic is where do we find used cars? And it's fun because these are people all across the United States, and they're all talking about different things. And whether I know what they're really talking about or not, I'm a transport guy, right? but I listen to them because it really does line up with what we see, what we hear on your show, what I see, what I hear in the transport parking lot. When I talk to people like Joel, car dealers, I mean, I love to talk to car dealers because I want to know what are they struggling with? How can I help? Maybe I can, maybe I can't, you know. And by hanging out in Clubhouse, I guess, you know, this VinQ, Brian Benstock, he's always in there talking. And I mean, hearing these guys, I guess it really is confirmation bias, which is what I like, because the reality of it is I've always said, love the car dealer, right? And car dealers can sometimes be a challenge to love, but the more that I understand what his pressure is, what his problem is, what he needs, if I can help that, I win. I win. Because these guys on these Clubhouse stuff, they really want to help the sales guy. They want to help the inventory guy. They want to help the fixed ops guy back in the service department. I hear them talking all the time about what Paul's saying, this stuff about buying cars in the service lane. I mean, you keep absorbing this stuff, and I can have a great conversation with anybody that has anything to do with a car. And I don't sell cars. I'm not a good car sales guy. I don't buy cars, but I get an idea of what's happening in my world, which is transportation. And it always comes back to, I need my cars. So as a carrier, if this is my business and I'm paying attention, here's the takeaway, guys. Inventory's tight. There's a lot of opportunity. The car dealer is the person that can probably fill in all the blanks. If I'm wrong, give me a call. Boom, I got to go to bed. I'm tired.
If I'm wrong, give me a call.
If I'm wrong, give me a call.
What a perfect way to end the show. Any final thoughts before I let you guys go? Scott, final thoughts?
None. Thank you. Great to be here.
How can we collaborate again? What can we do? What would be a purpose? If I'm wrong, give me a call.
Yeah. We'll collaborate on the phone, okay?
Think about that on the jet. Jason, Joel, Paul, Ty, Scott. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Joel.
Okay.
Thanks,
guys.
Okay.
Jason, Joel. Have a good night.
You guys. Thank you. And that's it. I let them all go. So yeah. What I think is happening is because I started seeing this in recent shows is that letting the panel just kind of run with it. But every show's a little different. Tonight's show was more of that. I've done some shows where I've just straight up I had my presentation and then I go into a panel. Some shows were so long I didn't even have time for a panel. Also, something that's really happened I think in the past, really in the last 6 to 12 months is really as I think Tim was saying on Cars on the Move, the bench is getting deeper. There's more people to tap into, bring into panels, discussions, and actually one of the things on the 21 is, yes, there are several companies on that list that I look forward to bringing on the show. And I mean, I don't have any arrangements there to do that, but some of those, I mean, I don't think Elon Musk is going to have the time, though I'd love to have him on to talk about auto transport. But if you want to talk to me about auto transport, put a panel together, put a show together, participate with content, advertising, both, etc., please do send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I don't want to talk to you. First, we're just going to talk. See if there's something there. And I definitely want to appreciate and say thank you to folks that there is something there. Thank you, Murphy Auto Transport Services. I love the show we're doing on Thursdays. Sue, you're so knowledgeable about dispatching and brokering. It's fantastic. If you need a dispatcher, contact Murphy Auto Transport and join us on Thursdays. Thank you, Mark Grodicke, SuperFlo Systems, NN Auto Transport Software. Mark joins the live chat on a regular basis. His contact information is also available. Let me know if I can help put you in contact. And thank you, United Road. Thank you so much for your recent participation and support. I think it's great for the industry to meet companies that, you know, they've seen the name, they've moved a load. Let's talk. Let's put a name to a face, and that's something that I think Auto Transport Intel is helping do more and more. And so I'm glad that we're working together and participating. And I want to thank everybody on my panel tonight. Scott Kolb is a gem in this industry. And I really hope that I can bring him back. Hopefully I didn't chase him away. It's a joke. I think that tonight's panel was very interesting. Jason Hawk with Black Widow. Thank you, Jason. Joel Hawk with Pogue Chevrolet. Thank you, Joel. Paul Machine, The Machine with Black Book. And I need to get that app so I can call Paul anytime. Also, Ty Thompson of Cars on the Move. Thank you so much, Ty. And thank you, really, for joining the live chat, saying hello. Without you, this is just a one-way deal, and it's not as you help put the unity in community. Nobody says that. I gave it a shot. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was the Auto Transport 21. This was show 188 in a row on a Tuesday Nights Live. You know this is the Car Shipping Business Channel, and I want to help. And I want to help put the industry together and talk about things. If you got a question, let me know. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you are putting your business together and you don't want to get pulled over at the scales and lose all your money on day one, join us tomorrow on DOT Compliance with your DOT guy, Brian Riker. And let's see if you can stump him. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Peace out. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.